Hey y'all, and welcome back to the Lord. Hey y'all, excuse me. Hey y'all, welcome back to another video with Life with Chess. This is for what is this for? General Hospital, May 13, 2025. Okay, so I got a question. Let me see. Do y'all think that Jocelyn will eventually tell Emma that she a WSB agent? Or what? Let me know down below. But yeah, okay. So on today's episode, we're gonna start with Maxie, Lucy, Felicia, and Sitwell. So they all was just practicing for the nurses' ball, and I was trying to remember if I ever seen Tracy perform. I think the only time I seen her perform, if I'm not mistaken, it was with um Monica, and was it Epiphany or was it Obert? I don't know, but they was dancing on stage, if I'm not mistaken. But I said I'm excited to see the nurses ball and see everybody perform. But yeah, that's all they was doing, practicing for the nurses ball. Sitwell wanted to get a sneak peek, but they got interrupted because Emma was upset and she ended up talking to Anna. Anna told her not to make accusations or whatever and stuff like that. And did she leave? I don't know if she ended up leaving or not. But yeah, Sitwell was just talking to Lucy. Lucy was saying how she had her doubts about him at first. I said, Lucy. You a part of the problem, sweetheart. You a part of the problem. Oh, also, question: do y'all think Oberg is gonna come back for the nurses' ball? Because I think, if I'm not mistaken, she showed up last time after Blue, didn't she? I know one time she was watching in the hotel, but another time she performed. But yeah, let me see what else. I already said that Mason was preparing for the nurses' ball. Sidwell wanted to sneak peek. He ended up saying he had to leave. Tracy, before he left, Tracy told him he doubling down. She doubling down on getting rid of Sonny or whatever because Jason wouldn't do what she wanted. Are y'all shocked that Jason decided not to do what she wanted? He's like, he not getting involved. I said, you done worse. I said, don't worry about it. Lulu's on the case. Jason's on the case. Lulu's on the case. But yeah, Emma and Josh. So Emma was asking what Josh was doing there. She said she worked there, and she revealed that she got the position. And Emma was confronting her. She told her she backstabbed her or whatever. And it wasn't until she had a conversation with Anna that she realized that Josh sabotaged her. And that's when Anna was telling her, you don't know that, so you can't make that type of accusation. And she was like, she knows she did because, her file was corrupted. Her flash drive was corrupted, her whole thing or whatever. I said, all she got to do. And she wanted to go tell Dalton. And Anna told her she can't do that. And I said, I wonder if she going to tell. She either going to tell or she going to talk to Josh and threaten to tell. And that's when she going to reveal that she's an agent. I said, Josh better tell somebody she an agent because I don't trust. Look, I don't know. I might be mistaken, but something up with Vaughn. I don't know if he want her spy or what. But I said something up with Vaughn and something definitely up with Brennan. Uh-oh, hold on. I done clicked on something again, y'all. What is this? Uh-oh. Hold on. Uh-oh, what I did. But yeah, I said at least I hope she ended up telling Jason. At least somebody needs to know that she a WSB agent because you never know. You just never know with these folks. But yeah, Emma was upset that she got her job and she feels like she backstabbed her, and she told her that she was right about her the entire time, and she called her a B word. She called her a B word. And she was telling Vaughn about Emma being upset. He was like, well, that's not our problem or whatever. So he just programmed to not care, I see. And I said, that's exactly why, Josh ain't gonna be good for this because she care. She keep revealing that she care. And that's why Vaughn was telling Brennan that he don't think that she fully up for the task or whatever. With Portia and Trina, Portia was on the phone with Drew and Trina walked in, and I don't know if Portia ended up yelling or what, but they ended up talking about Kyle. She was there to visit Kyle, whatever, but he went down for, I don't know if they said physical therapy. He went down for something. So they ended up talking about Drew and how she was talking to Curtis. She talked to him out of doing the little editorial or whatever. And she was just saying how she trying to, get them to squash their beef and everything. Hold on, y'all. She trying to get them on good terms and everything. She said she feel like Curtis heard her. I said, no, he heard you all right. He heard you all right. That leads me to Jordan and Curtis because he was about to confide in her. Well, he did confide in her about, his suspicions. And at first she stopped him. She was like, she don't know if she the right person he should be confiding in. So he proceeded anyway to tell her that lately Portia been over here. She just been defending him. She talking away. I said that. I said she talking away where it lets you know that it's a reason why she's doing it. And Curtis smart. He thinks that Drew has leverage on her. And I said, you right. But Horse is just not, I be getting these folks confused. Jordan ended up saying, the only way you're gonna find answers is if you talk to her. And then she also revealed that, when she had lied, the reason that they got a divorce in the first place is because she just kept digging herself deeper and deeper. And maybe that's Portia too. Hold on. And I said, true, because she come up with a lie so fast. She told how many lies the other day? I said, this girl don't know when to stop lying. But yeah, so I don't know if we're gonna see on tomorrow's episode if he actually gonna ask her if Drew has leverage. If she lied then, I know something. But yeah, he said he's afraid, thinking that Drew has leverage over her. I said she could avoid all this. Because first of all, didn't she tell him, did she ever tell him about the switching the test out? She told him something. But she didn't tell that Brad knew. Yeah, she did tell about the switching the test, didn't she? If I'm not mistaken, she did. I don't know. She told him something. I don't think she told about Brad. And I was like, that was crazy. Might as well just told that he was blackmailing. Now you got somebody else blackmailing you. Every time you do what he asks and it don't produce results, he blackmail you some more. Hold on. Laura and Sonny. These folks, I told y'all. They never know if they want Sonny to be a criminal or not. He's telling her that Sitwell presented him with an offer, so he's thinking about taking it for the sake of his family. She over here talking about her, and he's like, this sounds like a personal problem to me. He's like, is it my job to protect the city and stuff like that, or is it your job? I said, ooh, fact. She was like, you're right. She was like, you're right, or whatever. But I think she said she didn't want Sonny to basically bow down to Sitwell because, we don't know what this man is capable of. Nobody knows what he done came to town to do. We don't even know who he's working with or if he's working with somebody, just like Brendan. Hold on. And I said, okay, now expose one of them at least. It's about that time. We have been seeing Brennan, with the whole Jocelyn situation. But other than that, I was like, it's about that time to expose somebody now. I'm assuming that the nurses ball is going to be the beginning. Let me see. Let me make sure I cover everything with them before we talk about Carly and Lulu. Sitwell checks on his investment. We talked about that. Laura ended up realizing that Sonny was planning his exit, and that's when she got to talking about she was worried because if he bowed down to Sitwell, then he gonna come bring anything into town or whatever. And that's when he told her, is it your job to protect the city or is it mine? I said, right. I've been saying for weeks now or months. He can choose when they want Sonny or Jason help. Just like Tracy over here talking about the doggone she wants somebody that's okay with breaking laws and stuff like that. And I was like, you can't pick and choose. I'm kind of shocked that Jason didn't agree to, but at the same time, we already got Lulu over here on the case, so it don't matter. Hold on. Okay, let me scratch that out. Jason ended up showing up when Laura was about to leave, and that's when Laura said something about, doing what's best for his family or protecting his family, and that's what he's going to do, but he didn't fully say what he was going to do. Excuse me, Carly and Lulu. So Carly was still trying to talk Lulu down. She started telling her, this is gonna blow up in your face. You over here trying to play God and stuff like that. It's not okay for you to do this. Lulu like, I gotta tell Dante. But she ends up saying how if you would have seen what I seen last night, you would think the same thing. So she ended up saying that she thinks that Dante has interacted with his child, that Gio is the child, and Carly was just questioning her about it stuff. She ends up revealing what Lois said. I told Lois over here talking too much. It's talking too much. And then, like I said the other day, how is it okay for y'all, everybody to know except Dante? Hold on. I said, everybody know except Dante. And I said, I still feel like he's going to be upset at Lulu once she reveals the truth because apparently nobody else going to find out. Tracy did tell Jason that she was going to find other measures to find her great-grandson because Jason declined her. But yeah, Lulu told Carly everything that she knows so far. And she said, if she finds out that Gio actually isn't Dante and Brooklyn's son, she'll back down. She'll let it go. I doubt that. I mean, we all know by this time that Gio is the son. But even if he wasn't, she wasn't gonna back down. If she was gonna back down, she wouldn't be writing that article. She wouldn't be doing everything that she been doing. But yeah, Carla was still saying, it's gonna blow up in your face, and it definitely is. It definitely is. She gonna present it as, oh, I was doing you a favor, and I wanted to tell you, and he's still gonna be upset at her. But what else happened? Let me see. I think the last people we got to talk about is Jason and Tracy. So she ends up revealing to him that Brooklyn had a child when she's a teenager and stuff like that. And she wants to find her great grandson. He was like, if it was Brooklyn, asking me to do it, then I'd do it. But because it's not, I can't do that. I got to respect her wishes. I said, you need to talk to Lulu then. I said, you need to talk to Lulu then. Well, it's a little too late for that. I was like, you need to talk to Lulu. Somebody gets it. Somebody definitely gets it or whatever. And he kept telling her he didn't want to do it because, it's not his place. It doesn't affect, it's Brooklyn's choice. It's Brooklyn's choice or whatever. Yes. So I just started. What else? Yeah, she was asking him to help her or whatever. He got up, he said he couldn't do that or whatever. So then she was like, I'm willing to make it worth your while. Talking about some, I'm willing to help your friend Sonny. She gonna back down or whatever. And he still said no. He still ended up saying no or whatever. And she was like, I hope you know that this means that I'm not backing down and I'm coming after Sonny. She basically trying to run him out of town. Y'all, hold on. Yeah, she's trying to run him out of town, and he just was like, he didn't care. And that's when he went and told Sonny that Tracy presented him with an offer. It was a personal favor, though, and he just wasn't comfortable with doing it or whatever. And there was that. Y'all. Let me make sure I covered everything. Yeah, that was it. That was all. Yeah. I'll be doing Beyond the Gates at like 6:00, 6 something. I do Beyond the Gates at 6 something. But yeah, I think that's everything, y'all. Let me know y'all thoughts on this episode down below. Stay tuned for the next review. Until next time, this is have a great rest of the day and be safe.